So without question, my absolute favorite piece of equipment in my studio is my Rodecaster Pro. I use my Rodecaster Pro during live streams. I use it for pre-recorded videos like this one I'm using now. It gives you great audio and it replaces so many other pieces of equipment. The Rodecaster Pro is going to act as a podcast mixer, which is what it really is, an audio interface, a preamp, audio processor, an aural exciter, big boom audio enhancer, so many other things this thing does. It'll even connect to your phone so that you can make phone calls during live streams if you want to have like a live call-in show. So there's so many great features about this that I love. When I first got this, took it out of the box, I spent hours watching several different YouTube videos, taking bits and pieces from other great creators, spent hours checking things out, testing with my voice, my equipment in my room, and came to the settings that as of right now, I'm very happy with. I think it sounds great. So I want to take you through this video, show you these settings. Hopefully these will help you get yours set up. And we're going to do that right now. Just hit record. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ken. This is Just Hit Record. Just Hit Record is a YouTube channel where I hope to give you the tools, tips and tricks, everything that you need to start or run a YouTube channel, everything you need to be successful, to help you hit that record button and get your content out there. Once again, I firmly believe everybody has a reason to create content. Everybody's got a story, and there's somebody out there that needs you to create what you're going to create. So hopefully I'm able to help you do that. Again, in this video, we are going to talk about the Rodecaster Pro and my settings. We're going to run through this pretty quickly. I'm not going to go in depth with it necessarily. I'll kind of explain each one as we go and things like that, but I just want to give this a quick and easy run through so that you can set yours up like mine, if it'll work for you, or at least very close. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Now, when you look at the Rodecaster Pro, this is what it looks like coming out of the box. When you first take it out, there is some initial setup. You'll probably have to update firmware, which is something that Rode is very good about doing, is keeping this updated. This first initially came out as mainly a podcast mixer, and they've made a lot of great updates to it to make it something that's great for video and live streams also. So we'll go through the settings. So just going across the board here, you can see we do have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now those are your XLR microphones. I'm currently using channel 1 only, so I've got 2, 3, and 4 all the way down. This is my Shure MV7 connected to channel 1. As we go across, we have USB controls. We have phone, so you can connect your phone to it with an auxiliary cord. We have Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone through Bluetooth. This is where you would take phone calls. And then we have sound pads. Now the sound pads are really cool because this kind of gives you a creative advantage into your videos, helps you, and we'll take a look at the sounds. You have plenty of room to load all kinds of sounds. I think, I've got 8 sounds loaded in here, and I think I still have like 71% free. So all kinds of space to load sounds, so you can load your music up. This is my live stream music. You can load music. You can load sound effects. Let's go. So I love the sound pads. Now let's go through the actual settings of the microphone. So again, I'm using channel 1. There's 2 ways you can do this with the Rodecaster itself. I'm going to walk you through the software shortly also. So we want to go channel 1. So you can either do that by hitting the gear icon there, go to channels, and selecting your microphone there, or you can just press the button for the channel you want to work with. So we're going to go channel 1. Now the first thing you'll see is microphone. Microphone gives you several options for some pre-configured profiles for some Rode mics. Obviously being a Rode product, they do have those pre-configured. And then we have the simple condenser and dynamic mic. Now the Shure MV7 is dynamic, which is why I have that selected. If you have a condenser mic, you can press that condenser button. I'm not going to do that here because that will mess my audio up. But if you do press condenser, you're going to find phantom power, which now is going to replace like a cloud lifter or something like that. So you can get phantom power from this two-way condenser mic. We're going to keep this on dynamic. So I'll go back. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is level. Now this is going to be basically your gain going into the microphone. You can see phantom power right here at the bottom. If this was a condenser mic, I would turn that phantom power on. Now you also see level. Now when you take this out of the box, I think the pre-configured level is like 35. And you can see as I'm talking right now, the green bar is going up into that green zone, which is where you want it to be, but it's not surpassing, it's not going outside that zone. And so that is 45 is the setting that I found that works best with me and my distance from the mic, things like that. So you can play around with that, but you want to make sure that that green bar basically consistently stays inside that green zone. Okay, we're going to go back. Now, audio processing, this is where the magic happens with the Rodecaster Pro. You can see in audio processing, we have high pass filter, noise gate, de-esser, compressor, which I have turned off, and I will show you why in a minute. And then Aphex, which is basically Rode's kind of built in some of their tuning they have. That's an aural exciter there. And we have the big bottom. So as we're looking through there, you can see my aural exciter is set to 3,631 Hertz. Harmonics is 60 and mix is 50. And when we look at big bottom, that's set to 100 Hertz, drive 60 and mix 30. So those are my settings there. Now we'll go back. Let's start with high pass filter. Now the high pass filter is set to 60 Hertz. So that's my setting there. Next, we will go into noise gate. Now I've seen different people have a different opinion on using noise gate. I do like to use noise gate. So as we look at that, you see my threshold is set to negative 55 decibels. Attack is 158.5 milliseconds. Hold is 0.07 seconds. Release 0.16 seconds, and range 13.7 decibels. So that is my noise gate. At any point of this, obviously feel free to pause this video, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. We'll go back. All right, now we'll go into the de-esser. My de-esser settings, threshold 39 decibels, ratio 2.4 to 1, attack 1.6 milliseconds, and then release 0.05 seconds. We'll go back. Again, compressor is off here, and I'm going to show you why. So if I go back, and we go back one more time. Now this is going to take you to the panel to select each individual input, sound source, and hit those settings. Now I'm only working with microphone channel 1, so that's all that I'm going to mess with here. Now the master compressor, instead of setting the compressor just to work on your mic, so on channel 1 for example, I have channel 1 turned off because master compressor will actually take all the sounds coming through the board back out to your stream, to your video, and compress everything together. So you get more of a mix. If you've got somebody on a live stream, you're interviewing them, it'll kind of compress everything together. So we get those sounds that all sound the same together. So I will go into master compressor, and these are my settings here. So threshold is set to negative 15 decibels, ratio 3.0 to 1, attack 1.0 milliseconds, release 0.96 seconds, and then gain 8 decibels. Now I kind of played around with gain here, going anywhere between like 6.7, which I think was the pre-configured gain, up to 8. This is where I felt like I got the best sound based on, again, my distance from the mic, my setup in here. So these are my settings for the compressor. So we'll back out of here, and that is it on the Rodecaster Pro. Those are my settings. So you can take those, again, screenshot those, try those out for yours. I wanted to keep this very short because I want to make this just a, hey, these settings work for me kind of video. Okay, so quickly I want to show you the software also, because all the same settings that we just went through here, we can actually do this with software. And I recommend that as soon as you get your Rodecaster Pro out, go ahead and download the software. I'll put a link in the description of this video so that you will have that software. Now here is the Rodecaster Pro software. So as you can see, we have microphone 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's that master compressor, and basically all the settings that we have already been through on the Rodecaster Pro itself, you're going to find here in the software. So again, we're on microphone 1. There's my frequency for the high pass. We have our noise gate settings, and I'll kind of leave these here for a second if you want to pause and take a screenshot. We have the de-esser settings, and these are all the same as they were on the Rodecaster Pro. And we have compressor. Now, once again, I do have the compressor for microphone 1 turned off because I am using master compressor. Here's the Aphex settings, the aural exciter, the big bottom, and here is the master compressor. Now, you can also save these effects. So once you get your Rodecaster Pro set to the settings that you like, you can actually go up here in the software to the top, click on effects. You can save that effects preset, and you can call it whatever you want, save it wherever you want. So, we'll go Ken 4 because I think I have a few more saved. We'll just be safe there. Ken 4, let me go to my right location. We'll just drop it there for now. So now these effects are saved. So if I ever want to change these settings for something else, for a different show, for a different place, for podcasting, whatever, I can just go select those different. And again, in order to do that, you just go to effects, load effects preset, and you go find your preset. So here's this one, ken4.rcpfx. You would load that, and it's going to set your settings back to exactly what you created when you finish working with it. So those are my Rodecaster Pro settings. Again, I just wanted to make this quick. I wanted you to be able to kind of go through this, see the settings that I'm using, start there as a baseline, and that should get you pretty close to sounding great with this Rodecaster Pro with whatever mic you're using. Again, of course, that's going to depend on your environment, your microphone, how soundproof your room is, all that kind of stuff. So again, baseline. Hopefully that does help though. If you have any other questions about the Rodecaster Pro, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what questions you have. I will definitely come and answer those for you. I'd love to help you in any way I can with the Rodecaster Pro. Again, this is something I love in my studio. It has really changed my workflow, made things a whole lot easier, made things sound better. Love it. Make sure you check out the website, kenthecontentcoach.com, or you can reach me by email, ken@kenthecontentcoach.com. All that information is in the description below. And again, if you're into this type of content, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you won't miss anything. I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, this has been Tech Tip Thursday. I'm Ken with Just Hit Record. We will see you with the next video.